The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
We have an offensive coaching staff. The Jets have finalized their offensive staff, announcing 6 new additions. We'll talk about that and much more. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
I let the organization down, and I let the players down, and that burns me. It really does. This season's on me, and we're going to work our ass off to get this shit exactly where it needs to be.
A new chapter for the Jets has started. Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji are tasked with shaping the future of this franchise. Will they be the ones to finally get it right? We will be here for every step of the journey on the Jake Asman Show, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. Smash the like button, and if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, make sure you do so. We got a lot to talk about in regards to the Jets finalizing their offensive coaching staff. We are presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. Quick reminder, if you want a t-shirt, if you want to march for Arch, head over to jakeasman.com/shop. You can get your t-shirts there. We also have Tank for Arch available, plus we have a Tank for Arch tank top as well, which started off as a funny bit, has become a very popular t-shirt we're selling in the store. So shout out to the Asmaniacs for their daily support. With that, let's talk about the coaching staff for the Jets. The Jets made it official. They announced 6 hires for their offensive staff. They obviously previously announced Frank Reich as the new offensive coordinator. So here are the names: Thomas Merkle, offensive assistant/assistant quarterbacks; Alfredo Roberts, tight ends; Bill Musgrave, who I think is the most notable hire here, will be the QB coach. We'll talk more about him in a moment. Seth Ryan, of course, the son of Rex, comes over from the Lions where he was a tight ends coach. Now he's the pass game coordinator, so a major promotion for him. Al Netter, assistant offensive line coach. Matthew Sargent, offensive assistant. I'll quickly talk about some of the names that you might not be familiar with, and then we'll spend some time talking more about Bill Musgrave, because he's the most notable name here, and I think he's got arguably the most important job besides Frank Reich, right? We made a big deal, and rightfully so, about the Charles London hire a year ago, a former running back who had very little experience coaching QBs, being the quarterback, when Aaron Glenn said himself they were going to let Justin Fields play quarterback, and they were going to allow him to break out and all these things, and you got a first-time play caller with a guy as the quarterback coach who had very little of experience coaching QBs and didn't really work with any good ones if you looked at the resume. So Musgrave is clearly an upgrade there. We'll talk about him in just a bit. But some of the other names here, let's just kind of run through the notables. The name Merkle, right? So that would be Thomas Merkle, who's the offensive assistant, and he's also going to work with the quarterbacks here. Merkle is a guy that was with Frank Reich at Stanford. He was Stanford's quarterback coach last season. A couple of these names, they are clear Frank Reich hires, right? Prior to his transition as a QB coach, Merkle spent 5 years as a graduate assistant and a quality control analyst for Stanford. He played QB at Kenyon College, so I don't mind that. I like having former quarterbacks be in the room who are actually going to be working with quarterbacks. I know it's a novel concept, but again, Charles London played running back at Duke. It never made any sense. So at least the assistant QB coach and Bill Musgrave are experienced working with quarterbacks. Musgrave's been an OC for 3 different teams, and he's predominantly only really worked with QBs, right? So you have that. Some of the other names I want to accentuate here before we get to, of course, the big thing with Musgrave and my full thoughts on that. Let's talk about Netter. He's a young guy, 36. He's also coming over from Stanford, where he coached the offensive line for Frank Reich after he spent the 2023 and 2024 seasons as the program's co-offensive line coach. He played football at Yale, where he got his start as an offensive line coach. So, there's the background on Al Netter. Makes sense. He's been an O-lineman. He's predominantly coached offensive lineman. Yes, he's going to be coaching the offensive line for the Jets. And again, Al Netter, he's the assistant. The O-line coach, Steve Heiden, Glenn hired from the Lions a year ago. he actually was one of the few offensive coaches retained because he did a good job. The Jets' offensive line is actually one of the rare strengths on a 3-14 team. Alfredo Roberts, a very seasoned tight end coach. I mentioned him the other day when that report came out. We talked about Seth Ryan previously, and Will Parkinson, shout out to him. He was the first to report the Sargent hire, and Sargent's an offensive assistant. Again, was on Frank Reich's staff at Stanford last season. So, look, Stanford was 4-8. I don't think they went 4-8 because of Frank Reich necessarily, or Al Netter, or Matthew Sargent, or Thomas Merkle. But Reich is going to obviously be the main voice in the room. He's got to be able to pick his staff. Aaron Glenn said when he was searching for an OC that he was looking for a head coach of the offense. So if Frank Reich's going to have that role, well, then guess what? You got to let him pick his staff. So I can't go into depth on just how good Matthew Sargent or Al Netter and Thomas Merkle were at Stanford, but you got to trust Frank Reich. The main hire is Bill Musgrave. And let's talk about him because that, to me, kind of sheds light on maybe what the Jets' approach will be this offseason at quarterback. First things first, here's what you need to know about Musgrave. He's worked everywhere, all right? Here's Zach Rosenblatt's tweet, just kind of breaking down the bio of Musgrave. So he's been doing this a long time, right? The first name you see on the list that he coached was Eddie George back in 97. So here are the coaches, or here are the quarterbacks that Bill Musgrave has coached either as a QB coach or as an OC. 97, Jeff George. 98, Corey Detmer, Bobby Hoying. Panthers, 99 through 2000, Steve Berline. Jaguars, 03 and 04, Byron Leftwich. Commanders, 05, Mark Brunell. That's Jet legend, Mark Brunell. Falcons, 06 through 2010, Matt Ryan. That was the first 3 years of his career. Matt Ryan obviously developed into an MVP-level quarterback much later on in his career, but that's a good thing on Musgrave's resume, right? Matt Ryan was drafted in the first round. He was there for the first 3 years of his career. I think Matt Ryan won the Rookie of the Year award when he was in Atlanta, of course. So I like that on the resume. Now, with the Vikings in 2011 to 2013, you had Castle and Christian Ponder. Our old friend Mark Sanchez is on this list with the Eagles in 2014, also Nick Foles. And here, I think, is the most notable takeaway from the Bill Musgrave hire. Derek Carr, 2015 and 2016. If you go and look at Derek Carr in those years, those were probably the best 2 years of his career. Carr made the Pro Bowl. He had career highs in touchdown passes. He had that 1 year where he was a legitimate MVP candidate, and we were always waiting for Carr to get back to that. We never saw it. But Bill Musgrave, he was the offensive coordinator with Derek Carr. Remember that. So, again, he's the quarterback coach here for the Jets, but Derek Carr is considering coming out of retirement for the right team. Well, what can the Jets offer Derek Carr if that's the path the Jets wanted to go down? They can protect him because they have a legitimate offensive line. And he's got familiarity with his quarterback coach, who he had really good seasons with. Now, it was a decade ago. I'm not sitting here telling you Derek Carr in the year 2026 would be the move I would make, because it's not. But I'm trying to read through the tea leaves and give you a feel for maybe what the Jets' thought process is. Probably doesn't hurt to have the guy that Carr had a ton of success with as his QB coach. And I'm sure Derek Carr has respect for Frank Reich because everyone likes Frank Reich. No one's going to say a bad thing about him. He's a good guy. Now, his best days might be behind him, but no one's going to badmouth Frank Reich. Derek Carr is 6'3". Frank Reich quarterbacks have to be above at least 6'2". He's not going to have a small guy play the position. So, again, you try and connect some dots here. They could have done a lot worse than Bill Musgrave because we just watched Charles London get hired to coach up Justin Fields, even though he had no experience really with quarterbacks. So, like, they've upgraded at the quarterback coach. There's no doubt. I'm also not going to sit here and lie to this great fan base and tell you that, you know, Bill Musgrave is great just because he's been around a while, right? Like, okay, he was most recently with the Browns. My dad called me. He's like, who does Cleveland have? I go, well, Dad, to be fair, they did have 2 Pro Bowl quarterbacks this past year in Shedeur Sanders and Joe Flacco. So, again, like, Bill Musgrave, nice to have some experience in the room. You have, obviously, the ultimate type of experience with the most important hire Glenn made, which was Reich as the OC. And then there's a mix of some young guys, right? So you have, like, the old guys and some of the young guys on the staff. Seth Ryan, I think, is a good hire. Obviously, his last name's Ryan, so that's intriguing. We're all rooting for him, given what Rex has meant to us as Jet fans. But, you know, Seth was around Ben Johnson. Now, we could say the same thing about Tanner Engstrand. And that's what got us excited about that hire. Oh, is he the next up-and-coming guy? All that didn't work out, as we know. I still think if I were the Jets, I would have kept Engstrand and given him another year. But they made their decision, and now as a fan, I'm rooting for Aaron Glenn to be good at this job. So hopefully he knows something that we don't, and that these are great hires here. But look, Seth Ryan, I think, is actually a smart hire. Might be a big leap for him, but he's been around Ben Johnson, right? He has experience. So let's see if he can take the next step. And you do have some real experience there in, of course, Musgrave with the QBs, and then obviously Reich, who's a former quarterback himself, former head coach twice. You know, there's a lot of experience, and there's some youth in that room. That's how you got to look at it. But again, Musgrave, a lot of people now are going to connect the dots and say, well, here comes Derek Carr. I'm not going to sit here and say that means Derek Carr won't be a Jet. But I don't think they hired Musgrave. Oh, Carr had success with him in Oakland 10 years ago. That means he's the guy now. I won't go that far. But again, you know, you look at the recent highlights for Musgrave. The Browns quarterbacks stink. Trevor Siemian took a huge step back after he had a decent first year in 2017. And as Michael Nadia noted on X, Nick Foles was supposed to have that breakout 2014 season with the Eagles years ago. And he was awful in that second year. And then, you know, these are some of the recent jobs he's had as a QB coach. Now, he's also been an OC as well. But that was just strictly talking about him as a quarterback coach. You know, again, I think the Jets could have done worse here. Probably could have done better as well. But, I mean, you know, it's I guess it's better than some of the alternatives that have been suggested, right? I think the biggest hire, of course, remains Frank Reich. But ultimately, I think the Jets, they clearly improved, at least with the seasonal experience they added to the quarterback room. So I'm curious how the fan base feels about this. Obviously, the big story, Jets finalizing the offensive coaching staff with 6 additions. How we feeling, Jet fans? Write it in the comments. You let me know. Hit that like button if you're just tuning in as we react to Aaron Glenn finalizing his offensive staff. They still need to finalize the defensive staff. There's still some work to be done there. There's been some good hires that I personally like so far. I love the Carl Dunbar hire, but we will see. We will see because ultimately Aaron Glenn's going to be calling the defense. What does that mean for their potential options in free agency in the draft? Are they targeting specific players now? You know, these are the type of things that you start to wonder. But the offensive staff is done. Most notably, Frank Reich and Bill Musgrave are the 2 big additions. Shout out to Dylan Terriman, by the way. DT's been talking about Musgrave as an option. He'd love to see the Jets hire for, you know, like a month and a half already. So I guess Aaron Glenn listens to the show, DT, because there you go. Comments, questions, super chats, they will cut the line. Let me tell everyone tuning in for the first time this week what the raffle prizes are for our weekly raffles. We're moving them to Friday here in the offseason. We have a signed Nick Mangold jersey as the top prize. RIP to the great Nick Mangold. A signed Darrelle Revis helmet and a signed jersey by each member of the New York Sack Exchange. So if you want in, gift a membership or send in a super chat, that qualifies. As we sit here right now, how are we feeling, Jet fans? We feeling a little better about the state of the team with some of these hires? You know, again, I would have just kept Angstran and tried to add someone like Bill Musgrave to the room. But instead, it's Frank Reich and Bill Musgrave and like an infusion of some youth with Seth Ryan, who's, you know, in his early 30s. And he's taking a big step. But obviously, we're rooting for Seth because it'd be a great story if he's awesome. Derek, the Jet fan in the house, the first to gift today. Derek, thanks for supporting the show. You were in the Asmaniac raffle for 1. I got open phone lines for anyone who wants in on the conversation as well. Please call in. I was supposed to have Joe Blewett on today, and then Joe had a family situation. Everything's okay, but we had to push Joe to a different day, and it actually worked out because we got some breaking news to react to. So for those of you tuning in expecting a film review, we will do one. I promise we're going to get you that Bailey versus Bane back-to-back film review, and we'll let you decide who the Jets should pick it to. But we will not be able to do it today, and instead we got some breaking news, so we are breaking it all down. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. I asked how Jet fans are feeling, and Brian J. Glick says, I feel amazing. Nick Shine in the house. He writes in, this is the move we needed, an experienced play-calling coach who's been in the room with many successful QBs, as good as it can get with all things considered. I agree, because you know they're going to draft a quarterback at some point. Now, I have said this again and again and again. I don't think they're taking a quarterback at 2. That would floor me. But 16 is the earliest I could see the Jets taking a quarterback. And if they take a quarterback at 16, I'd much rather have Frank Reich and Bill Musgrave overseeing the development of that player than Tanner Engstrand, Scott Turner, and the great Charles London. So I do think they've improved. I can't sit here and say I feel incredibly confident in the staff because, again, who's lining up to hire like Frank Reich to be the quote head coach of your offense in 2026? He's been away from the NFL. He obviously, was doing his thing at Stanford last year. But, again, the Jets are in a spot where, these were not viewed as attractive jobs. So you're not going to get like the top up and coming coaches necessarily. So I think given those circumstances, the Jets did the best they could do here, essentially. They're not just going to lose on purpose. I know people are saying, tank, this or that. It's like Aaron Glenn's not going to lose on purpose. He might just be really bad. The Jets just might be awful on their own. And again, if they go into the year with like Derek Carr, who's injury prone and he gets hurt, and then Tyrod gets hurt and they're playing Ty Simpson before he's ready, or Garrett Nussmeier or whoever, yeah, there's going to be some problems. But like, I don't think the Jets are going into the year just saying we're going to be bad and get the pick because they might not be here. So we will see. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. NY in Atlanta is in the Asmaniac raffle for one. Thank you, NY in Atlanta. Great to see you, by the way, down in Tampa when we did our meetup there for the Bucks game. He's in the raffle. Let's go.
Let's go, Jets. Let's go, Jets. Let's go, Jets. Let's go, Jets.
All right. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Mace B in the house with a super chat. NFC teams built better than AFC to win Super Bowl. Let's stack team. Great defense. Wide receiver 1. O-line carry QB. Jalen and Sam wouldn't win with current AFC teams. Again, I'm not quite sure if that's fair to say. I think Sam Darnold was phenomenal in that NFC Championship game. Right? Jalen Hurts played great in the Super Bowl for what it's worth as well. Now, to your point on the NFC built teams better than the AFC, I think the NFC was the better conference this year, but that might not necessarily be the case. Again, Joe Burrow missed a lot of the year, and the Bengals defense was a mess. Mahomes got hurt, and the Chiefs obviously were not the Chiefs. They kind of needed a little reset here. Lamar was banged up. He missed a lot of time. Like, it was a weird year for the top teams in the AFC. It really was the Bills' opportunity to do some damage here, and they blew their chance. That's how I look at it. Again, Denver's really well-rounded and would have had a great chance, I believe, in the Super Bowl if Bo Nix was healthy. So, I don't know if that's fair to say. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Super chat from Bo C. Jack Strand, let's talk about him. Well, full disclosure, Bo, I don't know how many people know who Jack Strand is. So, I don't know how many people are even watching Jack Strand because he's kind of a bit of an unknown. All right. He went to Morehead State. I texted Dom C for a scouting report, and he goes, I have not watched him. Morehead State film isn't exactly the easiest to get a hold. But if you just look at him, he's 6'5". He's played a lot in college, 240. I don't know where he's projected to go. I'd imagine he's going to be a day 3 guy if he's drafted at all. But I'm not going to give you an opinion on Jack Strand because I just don't know. If he becomes a Jet, I will root for his success like I would anyone. Let's see. Kashmir says, Drake, the schedule May got exposed in the playoffs. Yeah, look, Drake May had a really good year. They're ahead of schedule, but they were not nearly as good as what the record said they were, and I've been on this all year. I don't want to disrespect the Patriots. I hate them, but I try to be fair with my commentary. They were a good team. Their record said they were a great team, and they weren't. If you watched their team, if you saw the opponents they played the draft order. Look at the top 10. That's who New England played this year. They played the Jets twice. Funny enough, they actually lost to the Raiders this year. I don't know how that happened, but they did. They played 2 teams with a winning record. Most of their teams they played this year didn't have a head coach by the end of the year. Kashmir says, do you agree it was one of the worst NFL seasons? Well, as a Jet fan, it was. But what else is new? I don't know if it was that bad of a season. I mean, it was kind of a wonky season at times. There were some weird things that happened. But there was drama. There was intrigue. Ultimately, the Super Bowl was a bit of a dud for the second year in a row. But we were spoiled for a while. If you think about it, look at the Super Bowls that Tom Brady played in. They were always all close when he was with the Patriots anyway. Obviously, the one he won in Tampa, they blew out the Chiefs. But like all the Brady Super Bowls could have went either way, right? The 2 Giants ones, the one that he lost to Nick Foles, the 3 that he won in the first part of the dynasty, the last 3 they won the last time. So for most of the last 20 years where Brady and the Pats were in the Super Bowl, what felt like every year we got a great game. Not to mention there were some other great games, like what happened when we had the Niners and Chiefs twice in the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, the Super Bowl at MetLife, the Denver-Seattle one, that sucked. That was not fun for any of us watching that. But yeah, I mean, I just think, we were due for a couple of bad Super Bowls in a row because we had a great run where they were like all really, really close. So we shall see. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Asman Bootlicker writes in, have you thought about a signed Tony Adams kid-sized jersey? If you gift a membership, Asman Bootlicker, I will try and find that for you. All right. I will look into it for you. You have my word. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Let's get to your calls as well. I appreciate everyone being tuned in. Give me your thoughts on the Jets staffing hires. They have finalized their offensive staff. We're still waiting on the finalization of the defensive staff. That's going to be coming soon, though. The combine starts 2 weeks from today. So you want your staff in place when the entire operation goes to Indianapolis and you're looking at players. That's what's really important. To your calls we go.
Purple belt Mike, he loves the Dark Knight. He's got a green pool and he jumps right in. Maybe someday he'll get a brown belt, but for now he's just that purple belt Mike. Purple belt Mike, he might be purple, but he can still kick your dirty ass.
Did you catch Dave Rothenberg this morning?
Only part of the show today.
So he thinks that the Giants are going to win a Super Bowl. He guaranteed it within the next 5 years. He was flexing, and I'm like, dude, this guy's crazy. But other than that, I was thinking about, like, outlook-wise, and is it in our best interest to be average or better next year, or is it just like we should suck so we can get the quarterback finally in a draft where there's a lot of quarterbacks? So I'm struggling thinking about it because I don't know if let's say AG shows that he's good and we go 8-9 or something, like what does that really do?
Well, you have 3 first-round picks, and you'd feel probably better about your staff and some of the talent that you added at that point. Maybe you had a quarterback that surprised all of us that we didn't think was capable of playing that well. Say they do take Ty Simpson. I'm not on board taking him at 2. Say they take him at 16, though, and he gets in and looks pretty good. Like, again, it's February, right? So you want to see what they do, and then we can kind of assess what the expectations are. I think they're going to be low no matter what they do because I just don't see a big-time quarterback coming here that we feel great about. But we'll see. I mean, if they get out to a terrible start, the best thing for them to do is lose as much as possible, unfortunately. They actually give us a fun year. Like in 2022, they started 6-3. I'd rather that than just having the season be over before September ends again. If they start like 0-3, at that point, lose. Get the number 1 pick, get rid of Glenn and the coaching staff, and start over with a new quarterback in the draft and a new coaching staff. But obviously, as someone who spends every day talking about them, I'd prefer for them to win games, but we'll see if that's even possible.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the drought to be over. I just want something to be happy about. I had a work with a Steelers fan, and he's complaining about going to the playoffs every year. And then I said, well, dude, I'm a Jets fan. I'm right. He's like, you guys are barely even a franchise. So I'm like, oh, my God. So I'm tired of this shit. So
I know. I agree.
I just want normalcy. I would die to be the Steelers.
Oh, I'd kill to be the Steelers, man. Oh, my God.
So, all right. I'll catch you later.
Mike, appreciate you. Good call. Keep it rolling on the phone lines here. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. I'll tell you what, let's bring it back here. A little slow week, but we got some news. When you call into the show, we did this over the summer when times were slow, you earn a raffle ticket on the Wheel of Champions. All right. A weekly raffle ticket, or if we're doing a daily raffle, you will earn a ticket as well. So keep that in mind. We'll bring that back for the week and see how we do. Try and incentivize a bunch of people to call in. We got Asmaniac Madness coming. So you want to have a strong finish to the month before the brackets are announced at the beginning of March. Get ready, baby. In fact, the committee's meeting on Sunday, so I'll have official dates for everything with you guys in the very near future. So get ready. Troll Rich says, if they start 0-3, get Jeremiah Smith, please. Well, they need a quarterback. That's where it starts. They need a QB. They have 2 other first-round picks, though, so who's to say they couldn't also then take a receiver? But again, you look at where the Jets are right now. They're going to add talent to their team. They're at pick 2, pick 16. You take it a step further, they got pick 33 and pick 44 from the Cowboys. Like, There's going to be an infusion of talent added to the scene. There better be. There better be. Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. Ladies and gentlemen, on the Gustbuster Umbrella Hotline right now is a man's man. It's time to say hello to this guy.
Happy New Year! I'm a little bit of a grouchy mood because I just got my new card in the mail, and it's a pain in the ass.
Your new card for what?
Because my other card I had got hacked. Oh.
What happened to you? How'd you get hacked?
Then I sent you an email telling you I got hacked a while back. I got hacked.
I can't keep up with all your emails. You don't use any punctuation. Every word is spelt wrong, and it's the longest run-on sentence I've ever seen.
Oh, boy, this is going to be one of them days where I got to argue with people. You wonder why I got high blood pressure, huh?
Because I said I can't understand your emails?
Oh, that's more than that. And then the stupidity level that goes through the roof.
Have you thought about maybe having a stronger password?
I'm trying to get into that. I'm trying to fix my pin right now, and I'm really struggling right now. It's frustrating to work with because they make the wording more of a pain in the ass.
Well, your pin right now was 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Maybe don't make it that easy.
Yet again, survey says not a chance in hell, buddy. Not a chance in hell.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I keep mine.
I ran out of oregano. I was like, "Ow!" You know how that fun is. It never ends. Yeah. It's always one thing after another. You know how that works. Yeah. All right, what do we got here for grand total?
28.45.
28.45. I'll take care of you. Don't worry. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
He just told us his pin.
Service with a smile. That is the sexiest thing you're ever gonna see.
Your pin there was 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nope. I said those numbers nicely, but unfortunately, I don't give out my real pin. I just say 1, 2, 3, 4, and just finish it right there on the spot. Now let me do what I need to do, and then I will,
Woo! Ka-ching!
Where are you going?
I need to take care of this. I gotta fix this first.
What's wrong with the card? What specifically is the problem?
I'm trying to get a pin for my new card because ever since I got my brand new card, which was today, now I'm trying to figure this out. This is the real pain in the ass. So
your card for what though? Your bank account info?
No, for Venmo.
You don't need a Venmo card. You just need to go to Venmo.com and your account is logged in.
I know that, but I'm trying to get a pin so I can keep it private.
Right, but you don't need a card. You just need a password, a username and password for Venmo.
I already have it locked in place.
Right, so that's all you need to get access to your Venmo. You go to Venmo.com.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a long.
You put your username in, then your password, and then you can see everything.
No, this will be a long 6 months.
I promise you, this is very easy. We'll actually take 10 seconds.
In the words of the great Gorilla Monsoon, sure. I've heard that. Where did I hear that before from somewhere?
Oh, sexy.
The great Bobby Heenan once said them words. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. We'll see.
Beast, I'll be right back. Someone wants to talk to you.
What?
Beast, it's God.
Right, sure. Yeah.
Go to Venmo.com.
You know who I am?
It's right.
John Paul II. How you like that?
Jake is right. Venmo.com. Username and password. Trust him. He's making good points.
Oh, this will never fucking work, does it? No, this sure
Venmo.com.
I already have it up here. It's called trying to figure out how to get to how do I put my fucking pin in?
Hey, no cursing. God will send you to hell.
Where's that fucking pin thing at?
Stop cursing, Beast.
You don't think I've had enough of it? You think I have a nice life? I don't think so. Yeah, my life hasn't been very easy since
life.
Right, sure. Tell it to all the boys, huh? Yeah, that's funny, isn't it?
Venmo.com, Beast.
I already been there. Been there.
Top
Done
right,
that. I already
it says log in. Click that.
The headaches are. Oh boy, here comes the headaches. Come back to me in a little bit.
It's not here
I
anymore.
am going
It's
to go
just me
take
and
my.
you. You're talking to God. I'm very busy, and I'm spending time trying to help you log into your Venmo.
I was going to go take my pills right now, and right now I'm starting to get a big.
No pills are necessary. Venmo.com.
Come back to me in a little bit. Okay,
I'm not coming back to you, Beast. It's God trying to help you.
Right.
There, Beast.
It sounds very.
Because you turned your camera off. We know you're there.
I'll come back to you. I will come back to you.
Beast, listen to God. He's trying to help.
All right, sure.
Yeah, Beast. Please, just listen to us.
I'll find one way or the other.
Yes,
even if I
it's
gotta go
called
back on
putting
my phone
your
again.
email and password in at Venmo.com.
He makes a good point, Beast. He does. You can't lie.
I already figured that. I already figured that out. We're trying to get the PIN number so we can make sure we don't make a mess out of this. Because the last time I tried to get something in a store,
Jake told me you did that. That's not a good idea.
It got to be a pain in the ass because they want a PIN when you pay up.
It's for your safety, Beast.
Don't they ever go away now. This is why my doctors have already told me, stay out of stressful situations.
Beast, you're going to hell.
Do you know any of my doctors? I don't think so. You don't know my doctors.
Beast, you should listen to God. He's really trying to help you.
I understand that, but this new technology nowadays.
Beast, don't make me send you to hell, buddy. It's the last time I'm going to help you. I got things to do.
Beast, God's trying to help. Listen to him.
Last chance, Jason.
You're starting to make me nuts. And you're starting to really drive me nuts. I already figured that out. I'm trying to get a PIN so I can use it wisely. It's not this hard and difficult. You think everything nowadays
is not good, Jason. This is not good for you.
Yeah, well, life isn't good enough, these days. It's because look at the crap we're all going through. You don't think I have to, struggle with, trying to put things back and trying to get out and trying to, build something called a future.
It's called a username and password, Beast. This is your last chance.
Oh boy.
Beast, God's got a lot of power here. Be careful.
Yeah, well, my heart just started doing a race. Come back to me in a little bit.
We're not coming back to you, Beast. We're going to get to the bottom of this right now, or we send you to the depths of hell.
How, in the words of Red Foreman, how would you like
it's over for you. Goodbye.
Now look what you've done. Beastbreaker 666. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to cut your call off and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. Do you understand me? You catch my drift?
Are you seriously on crack? I think
give them another 24 hours to think about it.
How about you bending over and taking up the booty hole behind the 7-Eleven?
I can't believe God just put Beast in the hole. Unbelievable. You never know what's going to happen on this show. It's unbelievable. More of your calls right now, ladies and gentlemen. This could be his last call before he goes on family vacation. It's time.
God sounds a lot like Will Ferrell when he gets darted in the neck.
He really does. He really does.
You know, it would be nice if they would have hired a quarterback coach the first time around.
You know what? If they hired this staff a year ago, we'd be way more positive about it. It's kind of funny. It's still not a great staff, though. We're just trying to grasp at anything.
Yeah, I mean, is Frank Reich going to start making in-game decisions for Aaron Glenn? I mean, I don't want to be the negative guy, but I feel like I still have to be the negative guy a little bit.
Well, again, no one's hiring Frank Reich in 2026 besides the Jets. But again, no one good was going to take the job besides maybe Frank Reich. You know, like there's very few people that they could have gotten that would actually excite anyone.
Yeah, my whole thing is this: the level of in-game competency was not great from AG last year, and hopefully he'll get better. I've never been this negative before, but it's a very dark place to be. You know, but you know, there are some positives about the hiring. Like, you know, some of these guys, like you know, Musgrave have good reps, and you know, I don't know who we're going to bring in this year. I hope it's going to be, you know, a developmental guy and a veteran that he has some familiarity with. But I don't think we're looking at any more than 5 or 6 wins in best case scenario either way. So that's kind of where I reside right now. That's pretty much all I had. You know, we're kind of in a dead season here before free agency starts, and when your draft season starts in October, you get kind of drafted out. I mean, we'll know a little bit more when the combine rolls around and we get a closer look at some of these guys' pro days, but we're not quite there yet. Thanks for your time, Jake.
Kyle, enjoy the vacation.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, Glenn has to just improve in all areas as a coach. Maybe the defense could be a lot better with him overseeing it, but I don't know. We'll see. All fair criticisms. Again, I think Reich was probably the best they could do. Lou B in the house. The Beast Gary Gorman fight had me crying. I got a lot of people that texted me about that last night. We had one of the all-time great Rumbles. I'm excited to see what Gator does with the recap for that one whenever he gets done with it, because that was an epic one, Lou. That was epic. More of your calls right now, ladies and gentlemen. There's a man on the line who once upon a time, he wanted an intro. He wanted it so bad, he told Gator to make him one. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time.
Gator, where is my intro? I need a cool intro. I've been calling in, supporting Jake for over 4 years. You did intros for Papa Jet, and Adam is too cool. I'm worthy of an intro, Gator. I don't understand why I don't have an intro. You suck, Gator. You really suck.
Jake.
Rob.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm swell.
I'm loving that intro now, man. I sing it all the time now.
It's a great tune.
Where is my intro? I've been calling in for 4 years. I love it. Love it.
That's great.
Jake, I have to say a few things here. I got to get off my chest. First of all, when I hear like BT, Brandon Turney, like cursing up a storm that Bella Cheater didn't get into the Hall of Fame or Kraft and stuff, who gives a rat's fucking ass if they got in or not? All right, they deserve it or they don't deserve it. You know what, Jake? We despise those people. The longer it takes for them to get in, the better. I'm not sitting here, oh, it's a tragedy that they haven't gotten in yet. Gives a shit. Fuck them. They were nothing but cheaters.
On behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
Obviously, I'm not a fan of them either, Rob, but it devalues the Hall of Fame if Bill Belichick is not in on the first ballot. That's the point.
No, I know, but the longer it takes, the better. Screw them, Jake. Screw them. I mean, all the pain that they've put us through and stuff. I mean, I have to say, I was a little bit pissed at Beningo the other day, calling in and the way he was really talking so good about Belichick. And
he's a Hall of Fame coach, though, Rob.
Because he said,
again, you could separate the job of the voters, though, but you're not a voter. The job of the voters is to separate the fan or how their personal opinions are of them and vote for the people that deserve it. And Bill Belichick not going in on the first time invalidates the Hall of Fame, makes the Hall of Fame look worse. It minimizes the accomplishment of being a Pro Football Hall of Famer if Bill Belichick is not in.
Yeah, but I got.
Am I going to rant about it? Am I going to be that really upset about it? No.
I can't stand that guy. What Beningo was saying was kind of.
Rob, I can't do it with the internet. Call back because the delay is just brutal. Again, am I going to sit here and be that upset? Am I going to lose sleep over it? I could care less, but they should be in. I think it goes without saying. Tony Dungy is a coward, by the way. For him not to say who he voted for, he's weak. And good on Rodney Harrison for calling him out directly on that pregame show. Again, don't be like, oh, well, we only could vote for senior level players in the same category as contributors or whatever and coaches. Nah. There's not a Hall of Fame if Bill Belichick's not in it. And I can't stand the guy. But again, we got to be fair. And honestly, I said this. This was a good thing for Belichick. He needed some good PR. He needed everyone to basically be slobbing all over him for a little bit. All the PR for Belichick has been he was a disaster his first year at UNC. His girlfriend looks crazy. He looks whipped for her. He flamed out the last few years in New England. He moves on from Brady. Year one, Brady wins a Super Bowl immediately, right? So Bill needed some good PR. It was actually a good thing. And he'll get it next year. Jake, he cheated, period. Okay, yeah. So did plenty of guys. So you're not going to put him in the Hall of Fame? He won 6 Super Bowls and went to 9. I don't like Bill Belichick. I'm not losing sleep over him not getting in, but he should be in the Hall of Fame. That's kind of crazy. I laughed when he wasn't in, though. I'm like, good. I was trolling my Patriot fan friends. Fine with me for a year. I'm just saying, it is a bad look for the Hall of Fame to basically have Jet, Dolphin, and Bills fans be the voters, because that's what it looks like. It's a bad look. From one coach to another, Coach Oglick is next. Hello, Coach.
What's up, Jake, and everyone else? Wonderful job in California on Radio Row. I loved all the interviews and all your hard work. Thank you for getting that out to us. Filled me with a lot of joy, so thank you for that.
Well, I appreciate you being tuned in, Coach.
Always. If I can't hit live, I try to listen to a recording, although it's not as much fun to troll the chat. Speaking of which, thanks for saying my PIN number out loud earlier. I'll have to change that. That's weird, awkward that I have the same one as Beast. Kyle really cheered me up on his call. He's usually my favorite caller. I think he's stuck in a funk. But I'll say this about the off season. The end of the year was incredibly painful for many Jets fans. The way we were dominated the last 5+ weeks built up a lot of anger within the fan base. I heard it from you as well. Overall disappointment that elevated to anger. I think now that the offseason is here and the Super Bowl is behind us, the coaching staff is starting to fill out and we've got a little bit of clarity on what they're doing. I think the biggest question for us has always been, how can we trust you if we don't see the plan? Now that we're seeing the plan from a coaching standpoint, it's probably, like you said, the best he can do. So we have to be happy about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Happy's a little strong. Again, I'm not going to tell Jet fans they should be happy. I think their staff might be better than it was last year in some areas, but I'm not convinced that Reich is an upgrade over Engstrand. I think Fields, Brady Cook, and an injured Tyrod were that bad.
Yes, exactly. Everything you just said, yes. But now here we are. We have who are we keeping from the team, our current team, our roster? What free agents are we bringing in? And what does that tell us about maybe their draft strategy? I think this is an exciting time of year for most Jets fans. This is like the excitement we always have over the backup quarterback. Like, we just don't know what that is, so we want the backup. For all the people that loved Cook or Tyrod or whatever, the offseason is our backup quarterback. We can't lose any games in the offseason, so what's the best we can do? And gosh, I really, I'm an optimistic, hopeful Jets fan, but I'm taking the under this year, unless they set it at 1. So I've been, I said over 5.5 wins. I was wrong many, many times in the chat. Way too optimistic. So I'll temper that. But I'm excited for seeing the next moves. I think, what is it, like March 9th, March 11th? That's the legal tampering period. I mean, it's coming quick.
Yeah, and look, the combine's 2 weeks from today, so we'll start to get, like, I knew leaving Indy, the Jets were going to sign Fields. I said it on the show last year. Anyone you spoke with, like, that was the big thing, and it was right. So we'll get an idea on what the Jets' plans could potentially be a year for, in free agency or a trade. Probably in a few weeks, we'll start to hear some rumblings.
Again, I'm ready for the reload and see how it goes, and I really hope that Glenn and the rest of the staff and the team can pull off a miracle. I'm, fingers crossed. We all deserve it, and so do you. I mean, this is your living, and I think about that a lot when I listen to your reactions, and I think my paycheck doesn't get impacted by the Jets sucking, and I think about you, and I'm like, come on, for all the hard work you put in. I don't know if people really understand what it takes to curate a show with content and source stuff and listen to others and read other articles and pull in guests and navigate all the things you're doing. I'm sure you're putting in 40 hours plus a week doing this. And honestly, thank you. It helps to pull this community together. And I think we've got an amazing community. So thanks, Jake.
Coach, you're the man. I appreciate you. Thanks for the kind words. And I love doing it, though, right? That's the thing. And, you just want this team to be good. Since I've been doing this, they have not been good a single year. They were the best they were 6-3 in 2022, and then they fell apart. But they were 2-1 last year. Woohoo! They were 4-3 in 2023 after they won that game in the rain against the Giants, and then fell apart. But Rodgers was already out for the year at that point, so you knew they weren't going anywhere. It was just like, can they maybe sneak into the playoffs to end the playoff drought? That was it. We have not had anything. Meanwhile, New England, year one in the Super Bowl, year one in Chicago, Ben Johnson. Year one in Jacksonville, Liam Cohn. It's just brutal. Harbaugh, year one, got to the playoffs. D'Amico, year one, got his team to the playoffs. Dan Quinn in year one, 2 years ago, got his team to the playoffs. All these teams just figure it out. The Jets just go through different coaches over the last 15 years, different GMs, and never win. It's agonizing. Fan base deserves more. All right, hopefully his internet is a little better this time. Let's say hello again to Rob, the Jet fan. Hello, Rob.
How's it now, Jake?
So far, so good, Rob.
Okay. Okay, so it is what it is about what I was talking about before. Now, here's the thing, Jake, that's kind of funny. There are certain people, not all people, but certain people who are kind of killing, how the Patriots of Rabel and May played. But people got to realize this is the first time that Rabel's ever been in a Super Bowl, and the first time that May's been obviously in a Super Bowl, and he's going on his third year. They just got to probably, unfortunately, get better, is what I'm scared of. Because all you have to do is tweak here, tweak there, gain experience. So that's another thing that we're going to have to worry about for the following year. You agree or not?
Well, I do think they'll get better. They might not be as good, though, record-wise next year because their schedule will be a lot harder.
I agree with that. I think they're going to take a little bit of a tumble record-wise. I don't think they'll be, what were they, 14-3?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be 14-3 again next year.
No, they're probably looking more at 10, 11, probably something like that, But the whole thing, I will say this, Jake, and this would probably be the only positive thing that I will say towards Aaron Glenn and so forth, but I don't hate Frank Reich. Now, I didn't like the way he finished his career, but compared to anything out there that would come to the Jets and has experience and kind of knows how to work with quarterbacks, I think Frank Reich is actually a good hire. What do you think?
I think he's the best of what they could have done, to your point. I've been saying that. I prefer him to Darryl Bevel or Greg Roman. I would have preferred a guy like Reich hired with Engstrand remaining the play caller, though. I think Engstrand showed me enough where I want to see what he can do with a better quarterback play and a full year on the job learning from that.
And that would have made Aaron Glenn look so much better if it transpired that way, right, Jake? If they had held on to Tanner and Frank came in and kind of like oversaw what he was doing and helped him go to the next level, that would at least said, okay, they got Banjo right. And now, look, Tanner Antrim looks like he turned the page. He's getting better this year. It wouldn't have looked so bad, but by losing him also, that's what makes it look bad, Jake. Correct?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, just how we got here, very clunky. I mean, they fired Engstrand on January 27th. That was in Mobile. The way the DC search went as well. Like the whole thing was a mess. Now, maybe they got better because it's hard to be worse from a staffing standpoint. I thought the Jets coaching staff, from Wilkes to everything that went wrong with the defense and everything we saw with the Charles London debacle and no one really improving, like it was horrific. So maybe by accident they're better, but I wouldn't call this a great staff at this point. They got to prove it.
Yep. I'll tell you, Jake, as far as the quarterback situation, I like Brissett, like Neil was saying. Obviously, I do. I'm not 100% they're going to let him go. But I also like Cousins. Cousins towards the end, Jake, went 5-3 and kind of looked a little bit like the old Cousins. And, and he can throw from the pocket. He's intelligent. He can do nothing but help if we get a Ty Simpson or if we get a Nussmeier or anyone else, Chambliss. Any of these guys come out. But I wouldn't mind Cousins. I would take Cousins. What do you think?
Yeah, look, Cousins, I think right now would be my preference. Brissett, I'm intrigued by. I don't want to trade anything of note to get him, and I don't know why Arizona would trade him. But I'm intrigued
what
by
would you
Brissett.
consider of note?
I don't like if they want anything more than a 4th round pick, I'm not doing it.
Okay. Yeah, I think a 4th would be fair. I kind of agree with you because we don't have a 3rd, and I definitely wouldn't give up a 2nd round.
No chance. No way.
No. A fourth, yes. I would give up a 4th too for Brissett.
That even kind of just saying it out loud feels a little steep, but that might be if they're that desperate, like, okay, like they took Arian Smith in the 4th round this past year, Jet fans. Like Jacoby Brissett is more valuable than Arian Smith.
Jake, gun to your head. What's going to be our quarterbacks going into this year? What do you think it's going to be? Gun to your head. Give me the guy that we draft. Give me the experienced quarterback or two. Tell me what you think it's going to be, buddy.
Cousins. I'll be positive. Let's go Cousins and Garrett Nussmeier is the main 2.
Okay. I can live with that. I can definitely live with that. And I think if they take Ty Simpson a little bit further back down and he can wait a year, I would also be okay with that and let Cousins.
Yeah, but what's waiting down? Like,
well, if Cousins does the whole year, let's pretend Cousins does the whole year for us and
right,
wins.
But what pick are you drafting Ty Simpson? 16 in round 1?
33rd.
I don't think he'll make it there.
You think he'll be gone?
I think he's long gone. I don't know if he gets out of the top 15.
That's what I'm afraid of. I kind of want him just because of the way he played at the beginning of the year, Jake, and the way everyone was talking about him. Like, Joe Blewett loved him, was playing film. It took me a while to catch on, but I've been watching some film on him. And all of what's transpired wasn't all of his fault with the injury and the offensive line, having 2 offensive linemen get hurt. And they got a couple of weapons that also got hurt. So I don't know. I have a funny feeling that Ty Simpson could be a good quarterback. But the whole thing is, like you said, Jake, can we develop this quarterback? That's the scary thing.
Yeah, look, again, I feel like at the end of the day, they got to get some competency at the position, improve the roster enough. And Glenn's got to prove he can coach. Like, did he hire a good staff? Is the defense fixed? Like, the things that he can control is now the defense. Improve it. Like, show you can coach if you're going to be here for a third year.
Yes. So you think for Aaron Glenn, minimum, how many wins? And obviously looking like you're going in the right direction, of course. Minimum, how many wins do you think he's going to need to keep his job? I say at least 7. Do you think 6 would be not enough? What do you think?
I think he needs at least 7, and it's got to look a certain way. Meaning they can't start 1-7 and then rally to finish 7-10. Like it can't be the Gase 2019 year. They need to get out to a decent start, and they need to finish with the upside arrow pointed up. If it's going to be 7, I think 8, he's back. 7, it's iffy. Anything less than that, I think he's gone.
So in other words, Jake, you want them to be kind of 500, like throughout the year, not starting off 0-7, 1-7.
Be 6-6 through your first 12 games. Be relevant going into December.
Yeah, give us something to have some hope, right, Jake?
That's what I would do. That's what I would expect. They have 4 picks in the top 44. They have $100 million in cap. They have an O-line they love to boast about, internally on social media. Oh, with the same 5 guys played every snap. You have Garrett Wilson back. You have all these resources. Win football games. It doesn't take multiple years to be relevant. It's not. That's not the NFL anymore. Look at all these teams around the league who can figure it out in year 1 or year 2.
True that. Jake, great job in mobile there. I mean, you had a lot of good interviews. Russo was hysterical.
And San Fran. I was going to say in Mobile, they promised us all these names and they gave us 1 joke.
That's good. You did a good job. It was entertaining.
I appreciate it, Rob. This is for you.
Gator, I don't understand why I don't have an intro. Gator, I need an intro, buddy. A cool intro, please. I've been calling in, supporting Jake for over 4 years. You got Adam is too cool, Papa 73, and I don't understand why you won't create one. Women.
You have no sense of humor. That's the problem.
I don't.
When you have a sense of humor, then you can have an intro.
I'm worthy of an intro. All right, fine. I don't understand why I don't have an intro.
By the way, I forgot to mention this because I don't really care. Apparently, Alan is done calling into the show. I just was reminded of that because he's featured in the Rob intro. So apparently, Alan will not be calling into the show anymore. We'll see if the committee still puts him in as Maniac Madness. The amount of times I've heard Alan quit the show since I've been doing this now for 4+ years. Oh, man. Hope you're doing well, Alan. What was I going to say? Let me plug this. Vice TV, 9 p.m. tonight. If you have Hulu, you can stream it. If you have Verizon, it's on Verizon. You just go to Vice TV. You can look up, depending on your cable provider, what, how you can watch Vice TV. They have an app, too, if you have a smart TV. That's what I did. Just download that. But if you want to watch the documentary that I'm featured in on the Monday Night Miracle, it's airing tonight on Vice TV. Here's the trailer.
It's prime time, so that's when you want to play your best game.
Definitely a historic rivalry between the Jets and the Dolphins.
It's like, damn, dude, what the hell's going on?
We were down 30-7. The fans left the stadium.
I think that's where you get to see what you're made of and what your team is made of.
Don't call it a comeback. New episode next Tuesday at 9 p.m. only on Vice TV.
Check it out. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't seen it. I've just seen the trailer. Beastbreaker writes in, who cares about Allen? He's a turd. Well, I mean, I don't really care either. I'm just saying. It's that line that John Hamm says in Mad Men. I don't even think about you. Like, I just was reminded of Allen when I saw the intro. Notice Allen has not called in, though, after Drake May was seeing ghosts in the Super Bowl, though. His boy. Unbelievable. Comments, questions, super chats. They will cut the line. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play a short break. When we come back, load up your calls. We'll get through the rest of them. Another reminder as well. We are up in the raffle prizes this week. We got 3 great ones. Maybe one of the best weekly raffles we've done ever. Sack Exchange signed jersey. Darrelle Revis signed helmet. Nick Mangold signed jersey. The late, great Nick Mangold. Ring of Honor inscription is included on that SIG that you see on the screen. gift the membership. We've only had 2 so far, so I will gift one during the commercial break, and we will be back right after this. So your wife has never worn a bikini at the beach or on vacation somewhere?
Hell no.
His belief that women should not wear bikinis, and even push for a no shirt, no shoes, no calls policy instituted on the show. Is this indecent for you?
That is vile. That is disgusting. Morbidly obese grown man who lives in an attic with his guinea pig. We're not smart like you.
As PBM continues his rehabilitation, it became clear that he was getting chewed out by his beautiful purple belt wife.
Literally have zero help to me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
Sounds like some conflict going on in the PBM household.
Oh, PBM.
Who accused him of not washing the potatoes for dinner and being labeled as zero help.
I'm on the way home from the doctor. Can you wash the potatoes for dinner?
I didn't see it.
It's like a whole procedure. He's getting bowls down. Like, why do you need a bowl to wash the potatoes?
Purple belt wife, everybody.
Instead of Mrs. PBM, purple belt wife. That's the new
Purple
name
belt
right
wife.
there.
Purple belt wife, she's the dark knight. She has a lazy husband who forgets to clean potatoes. Maybe someday she'll get some help, but not for now. She's just a purple belt wife. Purple belt wife. She might not be purple, but she can kick her husband's ass.
Purple belt wife is driving me home, being good.
Did you just say I'm being good?
Yeah. Fuck am I saying?
I'm in love with Mary Jane. I'm gonna have a little fun. It's called Woo!
What happened with your date? I thought
I got effed over. She wanted something, and I wasn't falling for that.
Yes. Beast, not shockingly, did find himself embroiled in further controversy when he announced he weighs exactly 259 pounds, yet refused to get on the scale that Gator bought him to prove it.
Beast, we got to see you on the scale. I want to see how much you weigh.
How much do you think he weighs?
I think he's at least 290. And he's a big dude.
Yeah.
Even though he is a 16-year pro in cooking,
16-year pro in cooking,
has an IQ of 140,
that's why I got a good IQ of 140.
and carried a 3.2 GPA, it didn't make a lot of sense for him to turn down offers of $100, $300, and even $1,000 to step on the scale and prove his weight. Beast,
319 and a half.
Explain your weight.
You all have pissed me off so hard.
I am a straight 259.
This is where I'm drawing the line.
259.
259.
Because this is really getting nowhere.
Did you get your blood pressure and weight mixed up?
Maybe it's time for me to leave.
Beast, you got to move your mic that's not plugged in.
This is why I got common sense.
Are you excited for this show with Coach Cho? After debuting his first show with Shania to the Chosen Ones, Cho was flying high and even made it clear that his podcast doesn't go long term. He will always have a future in modeling clothes. I would recommend that you add a profile picture to the Instagram account here because I just went to your account and this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Big Cho later in the month was called a chump by Georgie in the chat, which turned out to be quite the controversy.
Big chump. He wouldn't say that October 18th or 19th to me.
Get his ass.
No, I'm in a bad mood now. I'm an expert in martial arts. I wouldn't even have to use that. I'm laying down chilling, man.
Excuse me, my wallet.
At this point, the Summer of Charles is a runaway train that can't be stopped.
When's the next Batman movie? Probably around 2027, 2028. Excuse me.
As Charles continues to navigate the unemployment waters,
J-O-B, job.
He made sure to let everyone know he's getting in his power naps to keep himself fresh for any opportunity that comes his way.
People think I don't want to work, which is not true. I just had a bit of a nap not too long ago, too, so that didn't help.
Love it, dude.
Charles also showed off his gracious hosting skills when he welcomed 3 legends into his bachelor pad: Addison, Rick Kent, and Nick Shine.
How's the squatty potty?
I haven't used it in a while, but it's good.
There it is. He gets things out of the closet with the squatty potty. The squatty potty's in the hallway, ladies and gentlemen.
Even after Nick Shine stepped on and snapped his squatty potty,
Squatty potty man just went down.
he didn't bat an eye and kept his anger in check. Controversy does continue to dog Charles, as he was accused of taking yet another dump on a show when he called into my program with his camera off.
Hey, Jake, how are you, buddy?
Where's your camera?
I'm busy right now, but I'm...
What do you mean you're busy right now?
You know what? I'll get back to you.
Are you taking a dump? Oh, he dropped off. That's exactly what that son of a gun was doing. Were you taking a dump on my show, Charles?
I was lying down, then I went off camera to go to the bathroom to clean myself up a bit.
What do you mean clean yourself up? Classic Gorman calling from the shitter, folks. I knew it.
Charles Gorman, ladies and gentlemen. Fanny pack. What's it say? Champion.
You get the fuck out.
Excuse me.
Gorman. Unbelievable. He's going to be tough to beat in March. He really is. We just got to call a spade a spade. All right. Let's get back to your calls, shall we? I promised a gifted membership, and guess what? I'm a man of my word. 1 gifted membership. Let's go. Listener Car Lover Dino is in the raffle. He's the recipient of the membership that I gifted. Pay it forward to your fellow Asmaniac. We're giving away 3 awesome prizes on the show this week. We had a daily raffle earlier. You never know when those shall appear. Ladies and gentlemen, right now on the Gustbuster Umbrella Hotline is a legend. It's time to say hello to the big fella.
He's home, his bill is on the bed. That's what feels good. On the road, his bill is on the bed. In a dirty hotel room. He calls the show, his bill is on the bed. He's just more comfortable. He got a beard, loves the jets, super chats. Where's a big fella, sleeps alone. There's no room on his bed. Where's a big fella?
What's up, man?
Hello, big fella.
I haven't seen you. I haven't talked to you in a while, man. How you been?
I miss you terribly.
Miss you too, man. Hey, my favorite interview that you did over the past week was the Brian Billick interview.
Really? I thought he was really good too. That's cool that you thought that.
It was great, and he actually answered a question that I've been wanting to know for a while about why he never coached again.
Right.
You know, because it was like when he left, I was like, you know, and the Jets were searching for coaches. I was like, damn, you know, Brian Billick, he might have been a good choice, and it never came to fruition. And I always want to know why he never coached again. So that was very good, man. I appreciate that.
It just kind of tells you or shows you if you're out a certain amount of time, like sometimes you're out too long, it's tough to get back in.
Yeah, no, that's true. And I got to say, this playoffs and Super Bowl, it was good for us Jet fans, man. We saw Josh Allen shit the bed. We saw Drake May shit the bed. Our former draft picks, you know, this is the closest we've ever gotten to a Super Bowl. Our former draft picks actually won. You know, Jason Myers was amazing. He was a Jet too, you know. So it was very nice. It was very nice postseason. Now, getting to the regular season, getting to, you know, the off season, I saw we signed this guy Musgrave as our quarterbacks coach. What do you think?
Yeah, I think given the alternatives, probably the best they could do. I mean, the guy has been a seasoned QB coach for many, many, many years. People are going to make the Derek Carr connection because he was the OC when Carr was good with the Raiders in Oakland. But again, Frank Reich is calling the shots. You have a seasoned quarterback coach who's coached quarterbacks, which is a plus given what the Jets had this past year. I'm a little lukewarm on the whole idea of like a bunch of old guys. I do like that they have some youth with Seth Ryan coming over on the staff, where Ben Johnson, of course, was the the guy that he learned under mostly. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a good hire relative to the options. Like if we're grading on a curve.
Yeah, I mean, so far this offseason, I have liked the hires that they've made. You know, I like the Dunbar hire.
That's my favorite hire because at least like you get the guy's a proven D-line coach who we know is good.
Yeah, I actually like the Reich hire. I know, you know, he didn't end very well, but you know, I always thought he was a decent coach. You know, I actually like the hires that we've done. Now the question is,
you like the head coach?
Exactly. That's the question. That's the question. That's the one. That's like, you know, we have to worry about him, you know, and him with like coaching the defense with the Duke, man. You know, it's
the
like
Duke of D, man. The Duke.
Yeah. I mean, that's the one thing we got to worry about. You know, if he improves, I could see us winning more games, obviously, but you know, I don't see us making the playoffs or anything. But I see more wins than this year for sure. Now getting to the draft, right? I want Bane. Okay, I know people don't. They say his short arms or whatever, or he's slow or something like that. But I see him wrecking games when I've seen him play, and I thought he was pretty good. But my question is this: when we're drafting at 2, right, and we need a middle linebacker, I know people are going to say we shouldn't draft Sonny Styles. The whole thing about the valuation for the pick versus the position, doesn't add up. But if we're looking for a quarterback of the defense, okay, and you can give me a guy who has a potential to be like a very, very good to great quarterback for our defense, why wouldn't you at least consider it? I mean, I want Bain. That's who I want, but I wouldn't be mad if we got Sonny Styles at 2. I really wouldn't. I mean, if we want him that bad, well, I get it. But you want to know something?
He can't impact the game the way a premium edge rusher can if they identify that guy. You just get like a line, unless he's Ray Lewis. Like they don't do that.
No, I get that, but I mean, last year our linebackers were all out of whack. Okay,
it's a good linebacker draft though. Like they could take the guy from Georgia, right, Allen. They could take him with their pick they have in round 2, for example. Or they could take Anthony Hill from Texas.
Anthony Hill would be more of a fit. CJ Allen's supposedly kind of small, but
he's 6'1", 235.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like, I don't know. Sonny Styles to me, I mean, if we want him that bad, and that's a need that we need, with the way our players last year were out of position all the time, we need a guy that can get everybody in place and knows what's going on. Now, do I want him at 2? I'd rather have Bain, but I wouldn't be mad if we got him. I really wouldn't. I mean, last year everybody was saying, we can't draft Jackson Dart at 7, and we should have traded back in for him. But Jackson Dart turned out to be okay. It wouldn't have been a reach, but I don't know. We'll see. But that's just my points on that.
I want to know if a quarterback emerges that the big fella wants, because last year he wanted Dart. It looks pretty good so far. So I want to go inside the mind of the big fella. There's a quarterback he wants.
The quarterback I want, I wanted Mendoza, but that isn't happening.
Me too. And after my interaction with him at Radio Row, I don't know if you caught the show when I talked about this. So he's walking by. I wish we had the camera rolling on this. We didn't. And he's just like walking by, and I go, Fernando, we love you. And he stops as he's like being like sworn by his handlers trying to get to his next interview. He stops, looks right at me, and goes, "Love you too, man." Like he was
That's
like so
awesome.
sincere and like smiling. I'm like, I love this guy.
You pulled a Jeremy. That's
I did. I went full Jeremy, Jets Chaos, and Jeff Obrichton. Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, that's who I wanted. I'm not a big Ty Simpson fan. I mean, a lot of people are. I'm just not. I thought, I don't know. I just wasn't impressed with him. I watched a lot of SEC football, and I wasn't really impressed by him. A guy who gets lost in this draft is Cade Klubnik. He really does. I mean, he was highly touted. He had a crap year because, Clemson was not good. And, he may perform well in the combine. I don't know if we take a late round flyer on him. We'll have to see, Nussmeier wouldn't be mad at, later on, and I don't want any part of Aller, bro. No part of Aller. No way.
You love Aller.
Oh, yeah, I love Aller.
You love his 6'5".
Oh yeah, the Josh Allen prototype,
manly man size, 237.
Yeah. No, he is definitely not. The guy is not accurate with the ball at all. He has all the measurables, but if you can't get the ball to the receiver, what the hell good are you for? So I don't know, man. But it is the slow time of the year. I appreciate you doing what you're doing, man, keeping us informed and a little bit sane, just a little bit. but I don't know. I appreciate it, man, and I'll talk to you soon.
Big fella, you're the man.
I hug him every day. I hug him every day.
That's what I would do if I saw you. I'd give you a big fat Woody hug. Comments, questions, super chats. Let's see. We are all caught up on super chats. I gifted a membership earlier. Amanda says, love the Radio Row shirt, Jake. Here's another great Radio Row story. So this shirt, it's from one of my sponsors during the season, Homage or Homage. They gave out shirts to people. I went to Radio Row and all I got was this lousy shirt. But it's actually a great shirt because it's super comfortable. Because Homage has awesome shirts. So check it out. Got a bunch of good Jet stuff. More of your calls. We have not heard from this man in a very long time. I'm glad he's still living. He's a party animal, so you never know with him. Australian Jets fan is next. Hello, AJF.
What's up, Jake? Sorry I haven't been calling in. It's just that, like, the times for your shows aren't the best here. Like, I'm normally asleep when you go live.
Are you back in Australia, though? Because you were in Finland.
Yeah, I've been back in Australia for ages.
Okay, so you're back now full-time in Australia.
Pretty much, yeah.
So what time is it right now?
Right now, it's 9:30 a.m. So
okay, so the morning drive in Aussie land. Okay.
Yeah, but a lot of the time, like, I see you go live at like 2 a.m. and I'm like, oh, I want to stay up, but I end up falling asleep before it gets to that point. But I wanted to say that I really don't care who the Jets get at quarterback this year because I feel like no matter who it is, they're gonna suck anyway. And all these hires, I know people like to talk about them, but I haven't really been paying attention because I feel like they're all leaving anyway. I really cannot see a world where Aaron Glenn survives past next season.
He's going to have to win a lot of games. I mean, let's start there. He's going to have to show real improvement. It's unlikely. If you're placing a bet, and even the most, like, you could be Richie, Will Parkinson, whoever your favorite optimistic Jet fan typically is. If you asked them, bet your life, is Aaron Glenn the head coach a year from now? They're going to say no. So that's just what Glenn's up against. That's how bad year one was.
I mean, I just don't think we really saw anything at all to, like, sort of. He shouldn't even be coach this year. I mean, like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that. Most casual fans can look at it and see that Aaron Glenn is not a good NFL head coach. And, it really sucks because, I mean, we're going to be a year behind now. All these great coaching options this year, and we're stuck with Aaron Glenn. And I've already given up on the season, to be honest.
Well, you got to hope that a year from now, there's not 10 openings. There shouldn't be. And you'd be one of the better jobs if he's as bad as you think he'll be. That's the only spin at this point.
I mean, I wish I could skip this whole season apart. So I don't have to watch the horror show. I don't have to watch Glenn get fired. We can be at point one, ready to draft the quarterback with an actual head coach and hopefully for one to do something.
Again, it's an uphill battle he's facing, but you got to hope that at the end of it, there's better days ahead, which I can see a path to it.
I do, but I think the Glenn era is over as we speak.
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with it, but they're still going to try, right? Like, again, like hiring Carl Dunbar is a good hire, even though I think the head coach stinks. I'm still not going to be, unbiased and say like everything he does is bad. If they make a good move, I'm a Jet fan at the end of the day. I want to see him do well. So we just,
of course.
We have is hope, and hopefully there's light at the end of the tunnel. If it goes poorly, they're set up with their 3 first-round picks and cap space and some of the pieces that are on the team and should be added to the team to maybe be okay in the year 2027 with Mike Tomlin or Sean McDermott or Kevin O'Connell or Shane Steichen as their coach.
I mean, obviously I'm not hating on all of Glenn's hires and stuff. He might, like Chris Banjo was really good, but I just don't think that these hires are going to be enough to actually make a difference. Like, I mean, we know Aaron Glenn's going to be coaching for his job this year. So there's no world, like, he has to have something. He has to have something that, can at least convince Woody to keep him, which I just don't think is going to happen. I just hope that if Aaron Glenn gets fired, they keep Darren Muji as our GM. Because, I think he had a really good draft last year. I think he cooked with the trades and the picks. So yeah, I hope that if Aaron Glenn goes, they're smart enough to keep Muji because I think that he's definitely shown enough. And I can't believe just the way that, the whole thing with Engstrand happened as well. Like, the in-season stuff was bad enough from Aaron Glenn's coaching. Carrying it into the off-season just seeing him be even bad and just make more and more bad decisions, I'm completely pessimistic. Like, he has absolutely stripped any sort of possible hope that I could have for the Jets next season.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that we get a good quarterback in the draft.
I can't say you're wrong for feeling that way. They got it. The Jets don't deserve the benefit of the doubt. Not when you go 3-14 and it looked the way it did. So they got to earn your support again, right? If like your negative feeling is justified, is how I would put it. But we love this team, and hopefully better days are ahead. That's all I got for you. I can't tell you it's going to be great next year because I don't believe that myself.
No, and I mean, of course, we all want the Jets to win. But you know, I wish the Jets could win now. If I had to sit through another half a season or like
third, you better get a shirt then, AJF. We'll ship it to Australia. Let's go. Get ready to march.
If I have to, if I have to sit through Brady Cook again, that was one of the worst experiences of my life, having to watch Brady Cook. That guy was a terrorist on the field. He was absolutely horrible. Absolutely killed. Like, I would get up at 5 a.m. in the morning when it got to like the last sort of two games of the season. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get up at, like 5 in the morning to watch Brady Cook throw the ball to no one. Like the only enjoyable thing about watching those games was Brees. And, he didn't really even have that much impact until the last game of the season. So I just don't see where it gets better. But I am keen for 2027. I think that's the year. I was talking to my friends about, all my sports teams. I'm very, very keen on the Wizards' future. But I did say the Jets are the only team that I support at the moment that I am concerned about. And I don't see that changing until Aaron Glenn is gone.
You being a Wizard Jet fan, man. Talk about pain. Unreal. Hey, JF, good to get you back on the show. Call in more when you can, all right?
I'll make sure to. Do you go live around this time every day?
Typically 4 p.m. and in the morning 10 a.m. So I don't know what that is in Australia.
I'll Google it. I'll Google it after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, AJF.
What is this? Who is this guy? Bad freaking Bunny. What is that?
I wonder how the people of Australia viewed the halftime show. Did they enjoy Mr. Bunny? Bino with a super chat. Hey now, Jacob of the offense looks competent, but the D is total bleep, and they win 46 games. Is he safe or gone? He's gone. He's gone. 46 games, he's gone. See you later. 4 wins after you won 3 in year 1. 7 wins through 2 years. See ya. Goodbye. More calls. Artie's next. Hey, Artie.
Hey, Jake. How are you?
What's up, Artie?
Hey, nothing. I had to take a break, man. The negativity was killing me. It was so much, and just just trying to figure out how you can even root for this team.
It's hard. I don't know how we do it.
Yeah. An Australian Jet fan. I met you, and he was a good dude. We had the draft party last year. I watched this kid do a Rubik's Cube in 6 seconds. But, son, you got to grow a set of nuts. We're Jets fans. We don't give up on the season. We have hope. We have free agency coming up. Anything can happen. Big-time quarterbacks could come loose. Everything. It happens all the time. So don't give up hope. Nobody has a crystal ball. Don't believe them if they say they do. We have no idea what this next season's going to be. We're going to have all new players. We got all new coaches. AG could improve. You didn't learn to do a Rubik's Cube the first time you picked it up, right? You had to learn. So AG's learning. I think he's doing a good job of that, at least by filling in his coaching staff with some experienced coaches. So I am optimistic, but I'm not foolish. I don't have a crystal ball either. We could be dog shit next year too. But I'm just in wait and see mode, see what happens. Anyway, your radio roast stuff was awesome. Gary Vee was a great interview. The players were awesome. It was very enjoyable, regardless of what Jay Quest says. I think it was awesome.
Artie, you're the man. I appreciate you. Say hi to Peg for me.
Peace.
Artie of Peg and Artie Lore checking in. Let's see. We are caught up on super chats and we are caught up on memberships. Let me do this. I forgot to even announce a giveaway. If you entered today, we'll put you in. I'll do a giveaway at the end of the first show tomorrow. It will likely be a jersey, could be something else, but just know that since I forgot to even I had a brain fart. Forgot to even share that we're doing a daily giveaway. I won't do it this late in the show, so that wouldn't be fair to people. But if you enter today, we'll put you in the show tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. when we do our first show of the day. We got Tanky V on because we had Beningo on Monday, so we moved Frankie to Wednesday. So we got a name of jersey, Klecko, Curtis, Wayne Corbett, Revis, Mangold, and Keyshawn. So if you can't watch the show tomorrow, but you want a chance to win a jersey and enter the weekly raffle, you can gift during the show before it's all over. All right, more calls. Derek, the Kansas Jet fan. He's always supporting the show. What's up, Derek?
Hey, Jake. How we doing today?
You know, another day in paradise.
Can you hear me?
Can I hear you?
Can you hear me?
Jeffrey Epstein.
Good job.
Okay. Yeah, my phone's laggy here. I don't know. I had I wanted
Can
to
you hear
say
me?
Congratulate you on last week at Radio Row. I thought you're really good.
Good job.
Yeah, I hear. I thought you absolutely crushed it last week. That interview.
Can you hear me?
With AD Mitchell was one of my absolute favorites. Yes, sir.
Good job.
Hold on. I don't know. I might have to refresh.
Can you hear me?
I just wanted to say, watching the Pat McAfee show, and he had David Tepper on, and
Can you hear me? Good job. Good job.
Your internet was bad there, Derek. There was a huge delay, so I figured let's at least have some fun before we let him go. Call back, Derek. Your delay when you watch it back, I think you'll laugh. More calls right now. There's a guy on the line that we love, we respect, and many of you believe that he had the best beard in the year 2025 that called into this show.
Holy shit, look at that beard! He has a beard, he's the man. Ain't no Santa Claus. Papa Jet loves the jet. He's one handsome son of a bitch. It's Papa Jet.
Hey, Jake.
Hey,
you got
Papa.
me? You got me?
Can you hear me?
Don't do that. Okay,
Good
you
job.
got me.
I hear you.
Hey, good job down at the Super Bowl.
Good job.
Oh, and I can't wait for the combine. You smoked it last year, so, and that's our season, right? The draft. So I'll be more excited. But hey, just a few things. I did happen to. I wasn't on that long, but when I did chime in to Bobby's show about a week ago, it was right during the point where Alan said he's never calling in again. So I witnessed it. And just for the Super Bowl, Jake, I'm just happy for Darnold. I just want to say that. And I was talking to my son afterwards, and it's just hard to believe that draft, you know, Allen and Lamar are the cream of that class, and Sam being on his 5th team wins the first Super Bowl out of that group.
It's an amazing story. It really is.
It is, and I'm just so happy for him. And as far as the Belichick not getting in the first call there, Jake, I'm wondering if some voters, it's just with the Deflategate and Spygate, I wonder if that had something to do with it. And I'm not going to knock them for that. Maybe they're just thinking, hey, there's a couple scandals and your penalty's going to be you're not getting in the first time. You know, I wouldn't have a problem with that if that was their thinking.
Yeah.
And,
I look, again, I'm not losing sleep over it, but like Bill Belichick should be in the Hall of Fame. Like it's silly.
oh, definitely. Definitely. I'm just wondering if that's what did it, you know? And lastly, I know it's a quarterback league, but defense still wins, you know, especially in the playoffs. Seattle's defense kicked butt, and last year Philly dominated KC. I mean, their defense won that Super Bowl. I mean, their offense scored some points, but I mean, to hold what was it, Mahomes? Like 13 yards in the first half, and they didn't even cross midfield until the third quarter. I mean, that's just domination. So
Yep.
You know, and running too, you know, like especially if cold weather and rainy weather or whatever, you know, you still need that good run game. But that's all I got, Jake. Welcome back, and I'll probably call in a day or so.
Hey, Papa Jet, guess what?
What?
Good job.
Well done, sir.
Thank you.
Papa Jet checking in. Love it. Ladies and gentlemen, earlier in the show, God sent him to the hole, but he has somehow escaped it. It's time.
Don't let go of the rope. What rope are you talking about? This whole team looks like it's shot to shit. Who the hell you think you are? I am.
Beast?
Can you hear me?
All right. I'll
Good
take my
job.
winnings. Oh, good. I can take them winnings. There we go. Collecting my winnings right now. I just wanted to go collect my winnings, that's all.
Can you hear me, Beast?
Good job.
Facebook said, beat it, Slope.
Can you hear me, Beast?
Good job.
Get off your ass, Beast.
Reverse kick. Ah!
I'm not sure what he's doing.
Reverse kick.
I'll kung fu you ass from heaven if you're not careful.
Yeah, you know what you can do? Kung fu these nuts that you're gonna get. You know, why don't you get off my stack? That's what you can do. Or boy, don't back it up,
with
Jack.
God, Beast. God's not playing around.
Yeah, we'll get off my nut. When I get back, I'm gonna do what I do best. Collect my winnings like I always do.
Are you gonna eat food?
Something
Hey,
you
turn
don't
the
know
light
nothing
off.
about.
Not everyone has X-ray vision like me, because I'm God.
Alright.
Put a light on, fatty.
Yeah, well, I don't like Valentine's Day, and I sure as hell don't like the way.
Hey,
we're
Beast, you really
living.
pissed off God. He's so upset.
Yeah, well, welcome to my life. I got enough freaking problems.
Your
that I
life's
need to
gonna
deal
get
with.
worse.
Get off my
I'm gonna send you to the depths of hell, fat boy.
Beast, you really pissed him off. This is not good.
You want me to break my $100 phone again? You know, you ram it up
Smash
your head?
phone, fat boy.
Yo,
Don't smash it, Beast. Do not smash it.
Smash it, fatty.
Don't smash it. Don't listen to him.
yeah, good. You know how much this charged me, you son of a bitch? $130.
Good
Yeah,
luck
too bad. I gotta
replacing
dig
it.
into this stuff and have. You know this right here? I gotta take that in and get it fixed.
Calm down, Beast. Calm down.
What are you gonna do about it, fatty?
Don't engage with him.
You can go fuck yourself. Are we ready for the? Are we just ready for the raffle? Are we ready for it?
Ready
Are we
for what?
the raffle, please? I just want to get this over with and go lay down because I'm tired.
Hey, what's the deal with your Venmo info, by the way? Did God help you?
No,
You
I
didn't know how
took
to
care
do
of
it. This fat bastard
I don't
couldn't
need
even
you.
get
Hey,
in.
get the fuck out of here. Leave me alone after today. You giving me a headache.
God, stop yelling at him. He's had a tough day.
I feel like Ralph Honk of the Yankees. Yelling at the media, just telling him, "Hey, why don't you get off my? You ever give a man a goddamn break?"
Shut up, fatty.
Yeah, back
Don't
at you,
engage with
fatty.
him. Don't engage with him.
Cocksucker. Well, are we
You
ready?
kiss your mother with that mouth, Jason?
Blow me with your lectures.
Oh, calm down. Let's be civil.
Yo, you know who I got that from? Christopher Monsanti.
Shut up, fat boy.
God, enough.
Eat this. These nuts. Yeah,
Go throw your phone out the window. Do it right now. I dare you.
why don't you go play with your yellow stained underwear? Are we ready for the raffle?
Underwear is yours.
Are we ready for the raffle? Please, yes, no, maybe.
Not yet. What are you up to tonight, Beast? Tell God to go away.
Here, in the words of the great Al Bundy, here, put a star on your
Shut
ass.
up in the words of whoever. How about turn your ring light on? Gator's got to remind you every time. It's pathetic.
Okay, that I agree with. That's a good point, by God.
The only thing that's part pathetic is you can't handle the truth. And you can't handle life.
The truth is,
I'm more man than you'll ever be, Pally.
you're not a man. You're a vagina.
Yeah, you're a pussy who hides in his basement with either different color panties
And
on.
you hide in your attic.
The colors in the
Please
Crayola
got
box.
God. What are you?
I'm an immortal, a savage.
I
Also
don't think
known
you
in
are.
Spanish.
I think you're going to have a heart attack and stroke out.
God, stop. You two, stop yelling at each other.
Well, you know who I have right around here somewhere? I have Uncle Vincenzo. You want
Go
Uncle
eat some
Vincenzo?
food, fatty.
Jesus, stop,
I
God.
don't think you want none of this part German because World Cup is coming up and I'm getting ready for the World Cup. That's coming.
You can't even move 10 yards. Now you're going to talk about soccer?
Yeah, kid, I like to see you try. But you know what? As Jack Partman once said, you know, you don't have enough hair
Please
on your
stop
ass.
engaging with him. Stop. All right, everyone's got to take a Cho pill. My God, calm down. Gator says, I think Big Cho might need an intro.
Big Cho. Yeah, it's nice. I like my recliner. No, I just called to check in. Big Cho. I don't like all those wrinkles on my head. I don't have that many wrinkles. We're talking about Big Cho. My implants are coming in 3 months.
The Kardashian ones?
I put the jet gear on for you. Been running some errands early. Came home just chilling. Big Cho. Jay.
Big Cho. Hey, Cho.
What's up, brother?
I'm living the dream. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Can you hear
Just
me?
been doing a lot of recovery.
Good job.
How's the recovery?
It's going okay. I'm getting ready to do outpatient recovery. Just got released from in-home recoveries, PT and OT. So I'm going to start next Monday with outpatient. And so hopefully they'll clear me to go back to coaching.
We're talking about Big Cho. Let's go, Big Cho. That's exciting news.
Yeah, I hope so. Hey, I hadn't been able to call in or listen lately. I apologize. What kind of players have you been talking about as far as bridge quarterbacks for next year? Hey,
Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins, Marcus Mariota, Jimmy Garoppolo, Mitch Trubisky.
Okay. I like Cousins.
You like that?
Yeah, what do you think?
Big Cho. I think he's probably the best of realistic options.
Has he been released yet or not yet?
He will be, but he has not been officially released.
Okay. All right. And then you would still take a quarterback later on in the draft?
I would. We're talking about Big Cho.
Who and when?
Earliest I would do it would be the second round. And I personally like Garrett Nussmeier. Big Cho.
Is that the guy from LSU?
Correct.
All right, you take him at what, 33?
Preferably trade out of 33, get a third and do it there, but that'd be the earliest I would take him.
Okay.
Good job.
You wouldn't take a flyer on the guy from Alabama?
Ty Simpson at 16, I would not. If he's there at 33, I would.
Can you hear me?
You think he'll be there at 33 or no?
I don't.
Big Cho. What about trading back into the first round to get him if you like him?
They would just probably take him at 16 at that point.
Oh, okay. Because you know how the Giants traded back in and got Dart?
Correct. That could happen, but the Giants didn't have an extra first rounder like the Jets did. Like if you like the quarterback, you take him.
Right. Have you been hearing any news about whether they like him or not?
Whether they like who?
Like Simpson.
Unclear.
Okay. I thought I had read somewhere about with the new hire, Reich, that he was leaning towards taking Simpson. Did I read that wrong?
I don't know where you got that from specifically.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Somewhere on Google, probably Bleacher Report, The Athletic, something. I don't remember specifically. That's just what I heard. I don't know. How you been doing?
Pretty good. Just, chilling.
I watched some of your shows on Radio Row. You did a good job. Big Joe!
Thank you, Big Joe.
You're welcome. You miss me or what?
Oh, I miss you tremendously.
There you go. Big Joe! Appreciate it. I'll try to call in more often.
Big fella wants to know, Joe, whatever happened to your co-host?
What about her?
Is she alive?
Yeah, we just did a segment last Friday. So I'm waiting for her to download the last 2 recordings, and I'll let you know when they come out. Well, she's still alive. She's still at ECU.
We're talking about Big Joe.
But she's doing well. JETS, Jets. But I'm looking forward to the draft, see what we do. You looking forward to the draft?
Very much so, Big Joe.
Big Joe. Is that like the only thing we get to look forward to?
You're not excited for free agency?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, how do you think that's going to pan out?
We're talking about Big Joe.
Well, they have a lot of money to spend, so I expect them to spend it.
Does anybody want to come and play for the Jets? That's the question, isn't it?
Who wouldn't want to play for Aaron Glenn? He gives great hugs.
I hug him every day. I hug him every day.
Yeah, but you don't know if he'll be around next year. So would you take a shot at playing for him for 1 year?
They pay me the most money.
Big Joe! Yeah, I guess. I mean, I hope we do better. I'm not giving up on the team or anything like that. Not like, what's his name? Ozzy the Jet fan.
Can you hear me?
So I'm not giving up on the team.
Big Joe.
I'll still be a fan. Hopefully everybody else feels the same way. They don't give up on the team. They still support the team and everything like that.
The team.
Yeah, the Jets. I'm going to try to come up next year if we have another meetup. Big Joe!
You were a big star at the first meetup, Big Joe.
Yeah, I was excited, man. Everybody treated me like royalty, man. I appreciated that. Everybody was super kind to me. Even got a big hug from you, Jake. Calm your freaky down. But that's all I got, really.
Big Joe.
Well, Big Joe, you have a hell of a day, all right?
Yeah, do the same. Keep up. JETS, Jets.
Thank you, Big Joe. Super chat from Aussie Jet fan. Oh, yeah, Jake, I got a new jersey, by the way. Aussie Jet fan also uses Asmaniac super chat to say, just telling it how it is. I love this team. I'm not giving up on the Jets, but I hope I'm wrong and we win the Super Bowl. Dan, the Jet fan, says if we get it on a roll here and we have a shot at playoffs. Sam Darnold, after we beat the Giants in 2019 to improve the 2-7 that season. Sammy D, Super Bowl champion. Let's see. Aussie Jet fan is called back in.
Yeah, no, I think there's a bit of a misunderstanding from Big Cho. I'm not giving up on the Jets. I just don't expect us to be good, which, I think I just have really low expectations. And, I think I made that clear. But also, I wanted to show you all the Jets stuff I got for Christmas. So we know about my one AFC championship hat from 2002.
Yep.
I got this hat from my brother, this hat from my mother, and then we know about my infamous Jets jersey collection with some of the greatest Jets quarterbacks in history.
God.
Zach Wilson, Justin Fields. But then I bought this for myself as well, and don't worry, it's not Zach Wilson. It's the good one.
Just don't let go of the rope.
There you go. Hold on to that thing for dear life.
I will. And when I bought it, I was happy that it's not a gamble this time. So yeah, go Jets.
AJF, you are a real fan. Anyone who's got to get up at 2:00 in the morning to watch a 3-14 team is a real fan in my book.
Thank you. I appreciate it a lot. And I will be watching week 1 next year. Regardless of, even if Brady Cook was starting, I would still get up at 5 in the morning or whatever time it is, 4 in the morning to watch the Jets.
That's a real Jet fan right there, baby.
Jets, Jets.
Australian Jet fan, everyone. Last chance to either get in the raffle, send in a super chat, or call into the show. Appreciate everyone who's tuned in. We'll be back and better than ever on the show tomorrow morning. Chris Davidson wrote in, Jake, if you want to know the real Jet experience, let me know. I'll fill you in. Well, please call in and tell us about the real Jet experience. Because the Jet experience that we have had the last 15 years has not been a very fun experience. Ladies and gentlemen, on the Gustbuster Umbrella hotline right now is a man who's silent but deadly. You know what? How do I word this properly here? On the Gustbuster Umbrella hotline right now is a man whose silent but deadly farts have been known to kill a man.
Really? Really?
Really?
I feel like the one nun from Sister Act just ready to say, yeah, you thought I was taking shots and fouls yesterday. I know what you're up to, you and Reverend Mother. You're a ringer. You're out to replace a real champ and out with the old. Well, here you go, sister. Make him sing. Yeah, that's right.
You farted,
Yeah.
Beast?
No. Do I look? Did it come on my ass? I didn't think I did. I don't think it did. Well, I know what I'm gonna go do.
Again with the farts.
This is really getting to be, this is going to be a really real tough 6 months. The next 6 months for me, I was just at the cardiologist this past Thursday, and all my results are good. And now you're going to try and ramp up my blood pressure when I have, let's see, another test coming up in a month.
If the results are good, what's the problem?
Oh, let's see. Well, let's see. Jacking up my blood pressure, making my temper go through the roof. Yeah, that's real funny. We're real funny. I don't think you understand.
Jesus, not farting. Oh my God.
Hey, to all the cabrons, cut the bullshit. You bunch of estoy pichi vergas. Yes. So start covering this way. We're definitely gonna get a good quarterback. You can bet your ass we will get one. And you know what? Tonight the Knicks are playing the Pacers at 7:30. Who else punching that? The hell is that shit? Who's pushing this shit?
I don't know.
Now I ain't buying not one bit of it. I know somebody's pushing
Hey,
that button.
fat boy, you're about to meet your worst nightmare.
You want some? Come get some, bitch.
What's with you today, you whiny bastard? Cheer up. First of all, put your ring light on. Be a professional. When you come on the show, you put your ring light on. Got to be a professional. Come on. Let's go. Hey. Talking to you, buddy. Come on. Be a professional.
And who am I talking to? The Roman Catholic?
Look at the screen. You know who you're talking to. Your buddy.
I can hear you.
I'm talking to your buddy. The one that looks out for you. The one that looks out for you, right?
I understand that.
All right.
I'm worried about my results. I'm trying to keep my blood pressure under control.
Why? You said your results are good, and you're going to go for
another
another test. And you're going to go for another test in a month, right?
Blood work.
Okay.
I gotta get this done.
All right.
Next.
Yeah.
That's next.
So that's good news, man. You should be in a happy mood. How come you're not in a happy mood? Cheer up. Let's go.
I just got my brand new Venmo card. It's a little tricky, but I just kindly figured half of it out. And
More good news.
I just got brand new ropes because I'm gonna be taking it apart.
Don't let go of the ropes.
Just don't let go of the rope.
I'm talking. Let me give you an example.
Good job.
This is exciting television right here.
Hold it. You know, Trumps, I'm talking.
Put some lights on, fat boy.
You see this right here?
Yeah.
This is the WWF ring. I'm going to be replacing these ropes with brand new ones.
Oh, nice. So why are you in such a bad mood? You're bringing down the whole show.
I just had enough of a rough day, and also I'm having money problems because people are driving me nuts. You know, you think life's not going to be any easier? No, it ain't going to get any easier. So
don't you?
What I'm going to do is, once I get these new ropes, I'm going to be polishing this whole entire thing down with some Windex and also some soap. I'm going to put this over here, and then I'm going to do a little stuffing.
Can you hear me?
You're going to wash your ass while you're at it?
Is that you talking again? Where are you?
Can you hear me?
Oh, dear God. That kid could drive you up freaking bananas.
Good job.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Good job.
Yeah, so's Chris. That's how you like them apples.
Good job.
Somebody said get a job. Yeah, go fuck yourself.
No.
I've done enough
Good job.
for the last 25-some years.
It's good
Can you
job.
hear me?
No, they said someone put get
Can you
a
hear
job.
me, Beast?
No,
Can you hear me?
No one said get a job.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can see it in here. It's in the chat. I can see it.
Get a job.
Good job.
Oh, stop reading the chat.
Good job.
Stop reading the chat.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Of course, you know what I say today? You know what? You're all the haters who hate me, you're all kurva anyway. That means goofy baron. Yeah, I speak very good fluent Polish.
Are you excited for your birthday next month?
Well, there's not many places to go to because I just had, what was it? I ordered Nano's Pizza last Thursday.
Good job.
Very lacking.
Can you hear
Who the
me?
hell puts pepperoni? Who puts pepperoni under a pizza? You gotta be 10 times stupid. Pepperoni belongs on top of the pizza, not under the pizza.
Can you hear me?
All right. Let's lose this guy and talk Jets. I don't know. Unless he's got a Jets point. He's got to go calm down or something.
Go change your diaper, Beast. Come on, man. Lighten up. Life's good. You had
So
a great
disappointed.
doctor's report. Come on.
Well, I'm gonna say it one time. Three
No,
billion
say
will
it
be
twice.
enough for everybody. And you know what I will do.
I'm going to say this. It's Mad Max time.
If Mad Max ain't yapping about jets, that boy, he's jamming, he's slamming, freaking dancing, wall smashing. I'm Jake Asman. If Mad Max ain't ever stopped yapping, that boy, he still be dancing. Then call Jake Asman. He got an orange wall.
What's up, Asmaniacs? How you guys doing? What do you guys rate this Jersey Mike sandwich? Where do you rank this sandwich, Jake? Good job. Honestly, where's Beast? Yo, ask Beast what he ranks this sandwich out of 10. Yo, Beast, what do you rank this Jersey Mike sandwich out of 10? Yo, Beast, what's your rating? What do you think? Where do you rate this out of 10, Beast?
Can you hear me? I can't see that.
Good job.
Where did you get that from?
I got it from Jersey Mike's in the student center, Beast. I ordered a club sub. Beast, I ordered a club sub.
Pub sub? What the hell's a pub
Yeah, I
sub?
ordered a club sub.
What is a pub sub?
Can you hear me? That's onions, as Mike's way. Can you hear me?
Jeffrey Epstein.
Good job. It has tomatoes, has a little ham, a little pepperoni, a little salami, a little sopressata. Very delicious, Beast. Good job.
Okay, that sounds fine to me. That sounds good.
Can you hear me?
Who is playing that again?
Good job. Very good. Can you hear me?
3 million will be enough for everybody. All I'm gonna say is we could change this whole entire team top to bottom.
Good job.
This is getting to be a comedy act.
Can you hear me? Who's on the soundboard? Who's playing it? Can you hear me?
Jeffrey Epstein.
Good job.
What's on your mind, Mad Max?
What's up? We're just having a little sandwich. We're just having a sandwich, Jake. I got a club sub. I just got a nice little club sub. We got a little onions. We got a little provolone. We got some lettuce, tomato, and then what do you think? What are you thinking for the Jets, Jake? What do you think of this offensive staff? Do you think it looks good? I mean, let's see. But Mr. Trust Me Bros, the head coach, we don't know if we have a good offensive staff. What's your thoughts on that, Jake?
Yeah, those are my thoughts.
Yeah. So who do you want the Jets to get in free agency? Like, who do you want the Jets to get?
I want everybody.
That's true. We got we have $3 million. We got to bring in the ice bass. That's what we need to bring in, Jake. We got to bring some players that have balls. You know.
You agree with Beast strategy?
I think we should do the Beastbreaker strategy. I mean, there's a lot of good free agents on the market. Maybe bring back John Franklin Myers. What's your thoughts on that, Jake? Do you think we should bring back John Franklin Myers as a free agent?
Sure.
Can you hear me? I think he wasn't a bad player. I think the worst deal Joe has ever done. Good job. As a Jets manager is getting rid of John Franklin Myers. Oh, people complain, he was a penalty machine, bro. But the Jets defense really fell off when John Franklin Myers was out. And then for wide receiver 2, Alec Pierce is linked. What do you think of that? What's your thoughts on Alec Pierce? Do you think we should get him as a wide receiver 2?
He's going to cost a lot of money, Mad Max.
He'll cost a lot of money, but honestly, Jake, I think Alec Pierce can be a very good wide receiver too.
If you say so.
But he'll be good. He was actually linked, and then Michael Pittman was also linked in the Jet article. What do you think of that as well? What's your thoughts on that, Jake?
Mad Max, finish your sandwich, all right?
Yeah, sounds good.
What are you guys' opinion on me doing a backflip through this orange wall?
Mad Max, what a call. Let's end the show with today's closer, being the great Gator McCluskey. Gator, you get the final word here.
Good job.
Good job.
I do have a Jets point for one of those rare times. I hear everybody talking about this guy Love, the running back, and wanting to take him. Who would you say what positions would you say are the cheapest and easiest to get in free agency versus the positions that you can draft that will ultimately cost you a ton of money when you have to, re-sign them for contracts? In other words, if you're going to have a guy for 4 or 5 years, isn't running back like at the very, very tail end of
Yes.
players that, because ultimately you could buy a running back. I mean, unless you're Christian McCaffrey or, some of these, handful of others that are really rare. I mean, these guys, they don't cost a lot of money, right, to bring them in. I mean, Travis Etienne or whoever else we could bring in 2 of these guys for less money than it would cost for us to go get a top-end wide receiver or a lineman, right? I mean, these guys make a ton of money. So why waste money on a running back in the first round? It just makes, no sense. I mean, am I wrong?
100%. That's right. I'm very anti taking a running back early. If you took a running back second overall, he's like a top 5 highest paid running back in the sport right away for some perspective. It doesn't make sense. The position value doesn't line up, and there's good running backs in free agency. Like Kenny Walker, who just won the Super Bowl MVP. He's a free agent, for example. Breece Hall is a free agent. We know that. Travis Etienne, Javonte Williams, Rico Dowell, J.K. Dobbins, Tyler Algier. There's good running backs that always hit free agency. I wouldn't draft one second overall.
Yeah. And Walker's going to command a lot of money. And I don't like him personally because he can't seem to catch the ball. He's got he's got butterfingers for some reason, that guy. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's better than that, but he isn't a guy that I would look at. But yeah, I hear all this love for love, and I'm like, nah, I'd rather see us beef up the defense, and focus on the offense next year, because I think this is going to be a 2-year project. I think, obviously best player available, but, we really need to improve this defense to, you look at Seattle and the Patriots, the way that they were able to win games with their defenses. I think that's got to be our priority. Which brings me to my next question. And you and I are not the biggest, we're not the biggest Glenn fans, but if you were starting a team this year and you could have Aaron Glenn as your defensive coordinator and Reich as your head coach, would you be okay with that? Because that's essentially, I feel like that's what it is in essence.
I think we could do better. I just think both guys are past their prime.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like the fact that Reich's got, a lot to prove himself. I'm sure he wouldn't come out of retirement unless he wanted, to try to show that he's, capable.
Well, he coached last year. He just coached at Stanford. The last time he coached in
Yeah.
the league, though, he got fired.
I mean, is Stanford the same thing though? I mean, is that apples to apples?
Well, you are a head coach in college football.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I just don't know what kind of money they had and what, it just seems so different to me, the college landscape than what these guys deal with in the pros. And I always go back to saying if Andrew Luck had never done, retired, that Reich could have had a completely different career. So I'm hopeful. I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm not going to say I'm hopeful. I'm really trying very hard to be hopeful. It's part of being a Jets fan.
Good
FML.
job.
Good job.
Good job. Can you hear me?
We're talking
Jake
about
Aaron
big
Glenn
show.
does the salsa dance.
Well, I'll do the salsa dance. Did he see Bad Bunny do the salsa dance? Did he do it as well as Aaron Glenn? That's not the salsa dance.
I think your Mad Max impression is pretty spot on.
I know. And by the way, if you don't get him to do the Aaron Glenn dance every time he comes on, you're not doing your job.
Okay.
Just throwing that out there.
You know
Just
what?
Throwing it out there.
Hand up, be accountable. Next time Mad Max calls in, I will do my best to make sure he gives us a little Aaron Glenn salsa dance.
There's nobody that doesn't want to see that every time. I guarantee it. There's not one person out there. It's like, I'd rather not see that. Everybody wants to see that.
It's going to be a crazy offseason, so we got to get it started the right way.
That's right.
Drive
That's all I
safely,
got.
Gator. It looks very nice by you weather-wise. Here it's freezing.
Yeah, and dark probably, right?
Oh, it's dark, all right.
Yeah, so that's one of the things I love about Florida. You get more light. So
Good job.
if I don't see New York ever again, it'll be too soon.
Well, you enjoy yourself.
I will. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gator McCluskey.
Can you hear me?
Jeffrey Epstein.
Good job.
All right. What a show. I appreciate everyone who tuned in. before we leave here, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Reminder that we're presented by FanDuel. I like the Knicks tonight. Lay the number. They're going to smoke Indy Jets, Indiana Pacers. Hell yeah. All right. That does it. You guys are the best. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're back tomorrow with 2 shows. A reminder, 9 p.m. tonight, the debut of your boy on Vice TV. Don't Call It a Comeback, a documentary all about the Jets' miracle win on Monday Night Football over the Dolphins. Here's the trailer for those of you who tuned in late. As always, go Jets, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Put on Vice tonight at 9 Eastern.
It's prime time, so that's when you want to play your best game.
Definitely a historic rivalry between the Jets and the Dolphins.
It's like, damn, dude, you know, what the hell's going on?
We were down 30-7. The fans left the stadium.
I think that's where you get to see what you're made of and what your team is made of.
Don't Call It a Comeback. New episode next Tuesday at 9 p.m. only on Vice TV.
Oh, hi. Jake wants me to ask you to click on the like button.
That's right, Lane. And if they don't subscribe to the Jake Asman Show, this team may never win another game. Let's go, Jets!